Hello and welcome to our journaling challenge. Today is day one of the joy of journaling. I know it's not very original. If you're watching this from the Orange Room, then you know that I'm always talking about the joy of journaling. But that's what I'm just going to stick with because there is so much joy to be had from journaling. And what I want ultimately is for you to access that joy. You can push through a lot of the rubbish that you experience, a lot of the fog in your head, a lot of the uncertainty in your life through journaling. And when you get rid of all that stuff, what have you got? You're that much closer to joy and you're accessing joy. And I might call it 21 days of joy. What I'm gonna do is every single day, I am gonna share with you a journaling prompt or a journal prompt, however you feel more comfortable saying it, to encourage you to journal, to hold myself accountable as well, because I do know that it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. If you're anything like me, the novelty of a challenge really helps me to kickstart any kind of habit and to make it something that I bring back into my life as a constant behavior. It takes 21 days to make or break a habit. It takes, I think, 90 days to make that habit an actual lifestyle of yours, something that you do without even thinking about it. So yeah, I want to make sure that I'm journaling every day again and that I push past the first 21 days, which can have the resistance and, getting used to it. Having accountability, doing it with you guys is great for me. But also for people that haven't experienced the joy of journaling. Oh, I spat then. Say it, don't spray it. For those of you who have never experienced the joy of journaling, the benefits of journaling, or just tried it as a therapeutic practice before, then this is an encouragement for you to start. For people that have, but haven't actually realized that it was actually therapeutic or as good as I'm making it sound, and you want to start again, then this is a great time to do that. Now, as I said, if you are taking part in this challenge from the Orange Room, then you will know that every week I share a booklet which has a week's worth of journaling prompts anyway. So I have been sending the printable journal, or you can just use it as a guide, and it has one prompt a day, one question, one statement, one point of reflection that I've encouraged you to begin or, maintain your journaling process and journey through. The reason I've done that is because we're going to write our life right. That's the blurb. That's the hook. If you've watched my recent guided journaling session that I did with Ryman, you'll see a lot of the benefits of journaling. But also the joy of journaling is an actual teaching I did in the Orange Room. So again, if you're in the Orange Room, you've got access to that. If you're not, then you can click the link in my bio on Instagram or wherever this is being shared. I'm sure there'll be a link for you to join my online community, the Orange Room, where I have a teaching section and I've spoke about journaling. What I was saying is if you're in the Orange Room, you will know that I sent a journal a week, one prompt a day, and a video with a guide talking about why I chose those prompts to help you tap into journaling in that way. All of it's for self-development, all of it's for the upliftment of our soul, and ultimately, in uplifting our soul, we work on our emotional well-being, our mental well-being, our spiritual well-being, even our physical well-being. But, the only physical part of this is going to be your hand action. So the reason I do the guide and the reason I want to go through these prompts in a bit more detail in this way is because I want you to understand why I've used each prompt, what you're going to get from answering or writing about each prompt, and also just getting into the habit of checking in with yourself and writing and expressing yourself in that way. Because I can talk about the benefits all the time, but you've got to just go for it. You've got to experience it for you to know as an individual what it's going to do for you, because there are endless benefits, but not all of them are going to be the same for everyone. Some people like writing, so the benefit is that they get to tap into something they enjoy. Other people don't like writing and they're going to get different benefits as they push past the discomfort. So this is going to be 21 days, and what I'm going to do is a prompt a day. It's great to have your own tangible thing to look back on, whether it be in the form of an actual journal notebook or just bits of paper, or in the notes section on your phone. Either way. If you want to see my teaching on the joy of journaling, join the Orange Room. And if you want to just get a little understanding about some benefits of journaling, some tips on starting journaling, check out my guided journaling session, which is on my IGTV. Or by now, hopefully it's on YouTube too if you're not using Instagram. That's a little introduction. We are going to be doing this, like I've said 39 times. We're going to be doing it for 21 days. If you do want to continue to receive journal prompts from me and a guide, then you can join the Orange Room and you'll continue to have access to that. Let's start. Let's do our first prompt and welcome. What I want you to do, go and get your journals, get your notebook, pause this if you have to. At the beginning of a journaling session, you can have a 5-minute journaling session just to make sure that you're writing, that you're getting your feelings out, that you're reflecting, that you're connecting with yourself. It doesn't have to be like a whole session where you light a candle. You have to get really relaxed and cozy, but if you are going a bit deeper, then it is great to do that, so it's something you look forward to. There is a booklet that I am going to be releasing every week. You do have to go into the Orange Room to get it, to download it, to see it. You don't have to have that booklet to do this challenge. You can just watch the videos and use your own journal and go through it like that. But if you do want a little booklet that you can print off, then yes, go over to the Orange Room and go into the journaling section and you can print that off, as I mentioned before, again. There's information about journaling in the booklet, and also I've laid out the prompts in a certain way. Every day is different as well. You might have more time and you can go into more detail. You might just want to commit to the fact that you're on this challenge, but you don't really have that much time, so you answer in shorter way. It's fine. Both ways are fine. At the beginning of every journal entry, you should write the date so you can look back on it. And I also like to just write how I'm feeling. That can be just in a word. How you feeling? Fine, calm, frustrated, erratic, excited, peaceful, dunno, whatever it might be. It's always good to just ask yourself how you're feeling. And then begin with one thing you're grateful for today. Not one thing you're grateful for in life, but just think about today or yesterday. Go as far back as just yesterday and think about something you're grateful for. Something that happened, something that you saw, something that comes to mind, and write that down. You can just start it with, today I feel soft and I'm grateful for this soft feeling. You know what I mean? The prompt for today is, I want you to write about something that changed in your life over the past, say, 1.5 years or 2 years, that you coped with or managed a lot better than you would have imagined. Basically, I want you to think about something you overcame. And I want us to kind of look on last year in a reflective way rather than a 2020 way. I know it was a hard year, it was a different year, but look at yourself, the fact that you overcame all of that change and you're here right now, and think about one thing, and you would never have imagined yourself to have dealt with it as well as you did. That's it. That's today's prompt. Write about something you have overcome in the past 2 years that you're proud of. I've simplified it there. The reason I want you to do this is, just like I said, let's shake off the disappointment from last year. Let's look at how much stronger, more resilient and able we are to cope with change than we think. It will help us to believe in ourselves and be proud of ourselves, and to not be so scared of change moving forward. A lot of the time, the fear of change can stop us doing so many things, good things. But we don't actually realize that we can cope with the difficult stages of that change so well. But if we reflect on times where we've done it, and we write it down, and we, make a commitment at some point in the future to look back on it and read it and be empowered, then it gives us more confidence. And that's what I want to gain. I want you to gain from this prompt. Happy journaling. I am praying that you really do get to connect with yourself and experience the joy in journaling. Have a lovely rest of your day. Day 1 done.